favourite thing about riding on the Isle of Man, it's obviously I grew up here, so I know the place inside out. So that always helps where to go and what you fancy riding. There's a hell of a lot of different terrains over here that it's surprising. Such a small island, it's got a vast amount of different terrain. You've got obviously mud, clay, a lot of sand, a hell of a lot of rock, stony trails, moorland. It's mental. Like over the years doing World Championship, it used to be funny because in the special test with my teammates, and we'd go on about, I'd say, oh yeah, I've got a place like this in the Isle of Man, and they're always baffled. They're like, the Isle of Man, it's tiny. And they'd be like, you get some weird old condition, like, I don't know, like an old mine or something. Slag heap terrain. And, oh, we've got a load of this in the Isle of Man. And you'd be like, what? And you could, every condition that I ever seen, I would say, it's like home here. And they were like, what? So it was, yeah, it's for such a small place, the amount of vast terrain, forestry and everything, it's incredible. Everywhere's different. So obviously growing up on that, it's given me a massive wide range of skills from riding different terrain. So even now with the weather, it's been so good the last few weeks, almost like riding in Spain, south of Spain or Sardinia or somewhere like that, where it's all rocky and hard pack and dusty, which we don't get that often, obviously, but we do get that condition, which is great when we do, because it's completely different. So you just never know with the Isle of Man. The place is mental how varied it is for such a small place, and what a place obviously to ride. And then throw in that the beauty of the place, especially when the sun's shining. Honestly, there's all riding around the world, I would say this on a nice day has got to be one of the best places that I've ever ridden. Obviously I'm a bit biased because of the Isle of Man, but also a lot of people that come here, they're like, I can't believe how beautiful the island is and how good the riding is. So I've been very lucky to grow up with that, and be able to have it on my doorstep. The idea of the festival is like-minded people, bring them all together, and basically just have a good crack. So riding motorbikes and having a lot of fun at the same time doing it, that's like what all bikers want. You just go and have a crack. So the idea of the festival was to bring all these like-minded people together, and just put some entertainment on and that. So the routes I'm going to put in, it'll either be 4 or 5. There'll be one route. So adventure bikes is the main target, I guess, and enduro bikes. But if you've got a sports tourer, come and join in. So I'll put a route on that'll all be on the road. It'll be, so for example, we're at TT now. 2 days ago, I took some lads out that have been coming here for 10, 15 years. And they hadn't seen half the trails that I took them on. We went down to a couple little beaches for a ride. They hadn't seen any of that. And that's what I like. It's when I'm taking people out and they're literally like, I've never seen that in the Isle of Man before, and I've been here for the past 10 years, you know. So I want to show off the island, obviously, to people, whether they're people that have been here before or people that haven't, and show the beauty of the place and how good the ride actually is. Route that people can come and just take in the island and bring the wife on the back or whatever. There'll be trails that are nice on an adventure bike, a little bit of off-road, some like gentle off-road stuff, some nice scenic rides on the road. There'll be little stop-offs on the way that you can, you know, stop and enjoy the scenery and enjoy the hospitality or whatever. And then more for the enduro guys, there'll be like I've done to do it like ski runs. There'll be a black, a blue, a green, and a blue. The black will be, people know the Isle of Man. There's some really good trails over here. So for more for the enduro guys that want to do a bit of the hard stuff, like I've had out this week riding in TT week, you get a few boys that are like, oh, can we do the hard stuff? And yeah, you certainly can. You can do the black run. That's possibly, we'll have some private land involved in that as well, where we can go and do a bit of, you know, even more snotty, difficult stuff. But anyone that knows Isle of Man, that your Dulles Cashin trails and things like that are good fun, difficult. There's a few other little trails that are good, but generally, go out on your bike, leave when you want in the morning. They'll probably be about 100 mile, I would say. The routes, maybe a little bit more, maybe a bit less, just depends which one. So you're going to be out for most of the day. It's all GPS, so you put your phone on the handlebars or your GPS device, and crack on at your own pace and just take it in, go with your mates, stop and wait with them, help each other if you do the difficult route. The adventure bike route will probably be the more skilled guys who want to do the harder stuff. I would say would go and do the red run on adventure bikes, fine. There'll be nothing too difficult in that. If they want a steady run, they go and do the blue or the green. And if you, like I say, you want to go and do certain stuff, riding wise, it's just really easy, and just go out for scenic ride. The evening entertainment, music, bands, Q&As. You know, a lot of people that come over here to ride with me, they're just asking you questions all the time, which is nice, about your career, about what you do to train or whatever. So that's part of it as well. You can come and meet your TT heroes. You can come and meet off-road riders that have, you know, done Dakar rallies, and myself for some World Championship enduro, and basically you can just go and chat whatever you want. You can go and ask them on the stage on the Q&As. You can go and ask them what the favorite movie is. You can ask them what they do to prepare for the TT, or, you know, you can ask anything. That's the beauty of it, where it's just dead relaxed. The guys we'll have involved are all like me. They're dead normal. They're open to anything. You can ask them anything pretty much, and it's just having the crack with everyone, where you know, other people might ask a question like, oh, I've never even thought of that, what a good question, and you know, everyone gets the answer. Or you can go in private and ask them if you don't want to stand up on, or, you know, shout the question up on stage when everyone's there. So, you know, just having all that, having good food. At the end of the day, my whole thing is, for this festival, is for people to come over, ride the motorbikes, have a good crack, good entertainment, and the only thing that I want to achieve with it is for them to go home with a big smile on their faces and say, what a cracking weekend that was brilliant, ace riding, it was good fun, and we're definitely going back next year.